Hello and welcome to Yoga 413. My name is Tauni and I'm going to be leading you in a total body Vinyasa flow practice today. I hope you enjoy this class. If you do, please consider liking or sharing it with a friend. That really helps me grow my channel. Let's go ahead and get started. Beginning our class in a child's pose with our arms just resting at our sides. Begin to lengthen the breath, both the inhale and the exhale. May this practice be a blessing to you and a positive in your day today. I just invite you to set your own personal intention for your practice. Continue that nice long breath as you begin to reach your arms up over your head, spreading the fingers, drawing more length into both your arms but also the back. Let's start to rise up and come onto all fours, those knees right underneath the hips. Let's extend that right arm forward and left leg back, keeping the belly lifted and the back straight. Just finding our balance here. And then releasing and switching sides, left arm forward, right leg back. Just take some time here to find your balance. Start to awaken all those core muscles. Let's release. We're going to do the other side again. So hold the pose here, or maybe reaching back, hand to the foot. And if you can reach, press that foot into your hand. Begin to open up the shoulder and those hip flexors and quad. But again, you can always just keep lengthening. If you can't reach that foot, let's extend back out and switch sides. So just take some time here to find your balance first. And you might be choosing to stay here or reaching back, hand to foot, and press that foot into your hand to find the stretch. Reaching everything back out and coming down. Let's flow through a few rounds of cow and cat. Again, just loosening up those back muscles, awakening the core. So inhale, look up, open up your chest, and then exhale, tuck that tailbone, chin towards chest. Just a few more times. Moving with your breath. Let's do one more round. Looking up and exhale, tucking. Let's find that flat back again. Tuck the toes underneath you. Press the hips up and back for downward facing dog. And let's just begin to alternate bending your knees. Just walking out your feet. Take a moment to notice your foundation in the hands and feet. Fingers are spread wide, weight into the fingers. Now just hold the pose. So you're just pressing through those hands up, and then the weight's going down through the heels. And it's okay if your heels never touch the mat. Let's look forward and step the feet to the top of your mat. Let's come into a half lift. So just lengthen the spine, hands to shins, shoulders pull back. Exhale to your first forward fold. You're welcome to bend those knees as much as you need to. Just focus here on lengthening the spine first. Nice deep breaths. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, pulling those belly muscles in. And the shoulders will come up last, and just relax down your back. Open those palms forward for mountain pose or Tadasana. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Lengthen that spine, gaze forward for your half lift, just a nice flat back, and forward fold. Let's step back for our first plank, shoulders over wrist. Let's take a few breaths here, just starting to warm up that body. This first one, let's drop our knees to the mat, knowing you can always keep the knees down, and then lower all the way to the mat. Your elbows are going behind you towards your waist. Let's peel that chest up for a cobra pose. Hips and knees are on the mat, and your elbows remain bent. Good. Release down. You can keep those knees down as you press up and back to downward facing dog. Let's look forward and step the feet to the top of your mat. With that breath, just lengthen your spine and fold forward. Inhale, reach up this time with a flat back. Reach your arms up over your head, and we're going to bring our hands to the heart center. Let's flow through Surya Namaskar A, or our Sun Salutation A, reaching the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to that flat back, gazing forward, and fold. Stepping back to our plank pose. Knees can be up or down. Shifting forward on your toes, lower halfway down for chaturanga. Let's flip the feet over for up dog, straightening your arms. Downward facing dog. So if up dog is a little bit too much for you today, just go to cobra pose instead. It fits perfectly into the flow. Let's look forward and step the feet to the top of your mat and fold forward. Inhale, press through those feet, rise up, hands to the heart center. One more time through. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, stepping the feet to the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands to the heart center. Let's sit back into chair pose. Surya Namaskar B, or Sun Salutation B. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing. So we're going to keep our hips nice and level here. So lead with that from the inner thigh. Lift the right leg up. And then step that foot forward, dropping your back heel to the mat. Find warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Taking the hands down to the mat, flowing through this half series, through the chaturanga, through your back bend, and back to down dog. Now you could take that out and just go to down dog if you'd prefer. Lifting the left leg up, keeping the hips square. Knee through chest, step forward, back heel drops to the mat. Rise up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Taking the hands down to the mat. Flowing through that half series or going to down dog. Your practice, your choice. Looking forward to the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, chair pose, and exhale, hands to heart. Let's try that again, just warming the body, chair, forward fold. Flatten the back. Step back to chaturanga. Your elbows are in towards the waist. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Lifting the right leg up, lead with that heel. Step the foot forward. Back heel drops down. Warrior one. Exhale down to the mat. Flowing or going right to down dog. Sweeping that left leg up and back. Step forward. Rise up for warrior one. Coming back to the mat. Flowing through chaturanga. Through up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Take some breaths here in down dog. Just reconnect to your breath. Looking forward, feet to the top of your mat, and fold. Sit back, chair pose, reach those arms up strong and straight, hands to heart center. Let's balance. So we're going to balance on our right foot first. So we're going to just bring the knee to the chest and the hands to the heart. So just create some space, like you're lengthening through the crown of your head, rooted through the foot. Choose to stay or extend arms and that leg for standing staff. Let's bring that knee to the chest. You can bring your hands back down to the heart. Big step back for warrior lunge. So the back heel is lifted. Front knee over ankle. Reach the arms up. Let's tilt the pelvis. You can bend that knee. Find that stretch, and then slowly start to straighten that leg, keeping those low ribs pulled in. Let's bring the hands down to the mat, just onto the fingertips. Take that right hand up for a gentle twist. Bring the hand down. So just keep looking at that mat. Step your feet together. Back foot steps forward. Reach those arms up, hips back, chair. Back strong and straight. And hands to heart, stand it up. Let's try all that on the left. So find that foundation in the foot. Right knee pulls up. Find your balance. So important to practice our balance. Just find something out in front of you that's not moving. Choose to stay with bent knee or extend arm and leg. Good. Rebend that knee. Hands back to the heart. Big step back for your lunge. Take your time finding that balance. And again, you can tilt that pelvis, pull those low ribs in, pull the belly in, slowly start to straighten that leg, arms come up. Bringing the hands down to the mat, left hand comes up, twist. Good, let's bring the hand down to the mat, and this time we're going to step back to down dog. Feet hip distance apart, just gazing through the feet or through the knees. So again, just keeping the hips nice and level, lead with that heel, lift the right leg up for one leg dog. As you exhale, move that knee to the chest, coming forward into a high plank position. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift it back up. Excuse me. There you go. Bring it in. This time, take that knee over to the right elbow. Hold here in this high plank. Lift it back up. Exhale across the body, knee to that opposite elbow, high plank. Breathe. Lift it back up. This time, let's step it all the way forward. Back heel drops, find warrior two. So if you look down, typically in a warrior two, you're going to have heel to arch alignment, shoulders right over those hips, arms lengthening out. Let's turn that right palm up to the sky and then just reach back for reverse warrior. Good, coming back to warrior two. We're going to straighten that forward leg, fold over that forward leg for triangle pose. Let's bring the hands down to frame the foot, step back for plank. Choose to hold or flow through chaturanga through our half series. Back to down dog. Lifting that left leg up and back. Bring that knee to the chest. Hold here, high plank, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, bring that knee out to that left elbow. Again, breathe in and out. Lift it back up. Nice and slow across the body, coming over to that right elbow or tricep. Coming back to one leg dog. Step the foot forward, warrior two. Open up to the side, gazing forward. Left palm rotates up, reach back. Just lightly touching that back leg. Back to warrior two. Good, we're going to straighten that forward leg. Just keep a little micro bend in it so we don't hyperextend the knee. Reach forward. Hands can just be on the shin, the floor, a block. Just be sure you're not falling forward. Taking the hands down to the mat, step back, Vinyasa. Good. We're going to add on a balance posture to that flow. So let's try again. So just lifting that right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over to that right elbow or tricep. Lift it up. Across, squeeze those belly muscles. Come back to one leg dog. Step the foot forward, warrior two. You're doing a great job. Just find that pose. Reverse warrior, reach back. Back to warrior two. Straightening that forward leg, reaching forward through both waist and coming into our triangle pose or trikonasana. Now from here, we're going to move to balancing half moon. So just bend that right knee, start to turn your gaze forward, out in front of you. Hand comes to the mat. Lift that back leg up. So this is a great place for a block as well, if it helps you to put your hand on a block. Good, nice and slow. Bring the hands down. Good. Feet together. We're going to add on a chair pose here, so just reach up and fold forward. Beautiful job. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward. So one more time through that series, adding on that balancing half moon. So lifting that left leg up with the inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, high plank. Inhale, lift. Exhale to that left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale across the body. That opposite elbow, lift it up. Step it forward. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior, reach it back. Trying to find a little bit deeper space than when we were here the first time. Warrior two. Straightening that leg, finding your triangle pose. Gazing up if it's comfortable for your neck. Then doing that transition so eyes come out to the floor in front of you. Soften that knee, lift up. Hand to the floor or a block. So you don't want that hand too close to the foot. Typically you line up little toe, thumb alignment. And then bring the hand down nice and slow. Feet together. Reach it back up. Chair pose, knees bent. Good. Let's give our arms a little bit of a break. Just stay here in chair. Hands to heart center. Balancing chair. So feet and knees are together. Remember, just go to the balls of the feet and try sinking down. Hold. Breathe. Good. Stand it up. Let's keep our right foot where it is. Open up to the left, but turn your toes forward. We're just going to do a standing straddle. So hands to the low back. Open up the chest. And then lead with that chest to come forward. Taking the hands to reach for the outsides of the feet. Top of the head reaching for the mat. Hands come to the mat, half lift, and then hands to the waist, stand it up. Let's do that one more time with the chest expansion. So arms behind you, or you could use a towel. Just interlace your hands, draw those shoulder blades together. Again, look up, open the chest, and then fall forward. And if you're uncomfortable with this, you want your hands down, then just take them down to the mat. If not, just enjoy that stretch for the chest and shoulders. Let's bring the hands down to the mat. Just a little half lift. Hands to the waist, come up. And either step or hop the feet together. And let's step to the top of your mat. Let's reach those arms up. Let's flow one more time. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing and downward. Beautiful job. Let's just come forward to that plank and lower all the way to the mat. A nice straight line. Remember, your knees could be down. We're going to do locust pose. So just bring your arms to your sides. And then lift the chest, lift the back of the legs up. Great strengthener here for your back. And release and rest. You can either take your ear to a mat, the mat, or just rest here on your hands. We're going to do that pose one more time with an option, extending the arms over the head this time. And again, as you inhale, lift. Just keep the back of the neck nice and long. Choose to stay or to go into bow pose, reaching back, hands to the ankles, and continuing to press. Good. Whichever pose you're in, release and press back to a child's pose. Just rest the muscles in the back. We're going to come up and have a seat on our mat. So just swing the legs around. Let's do boat pose today. So just find your sits bones, lean it back, find your balance. Keeping the legs bent, or you can straighten them. Just keep that back nice and straight. Good. So from here, we're going to go to low boat. So we're going to take our back to the mat, lengthen the body out, hover. Careful here, we don't hold our breath. That low back is connected. Squeeze those belly muscles. Press the belly button down into the spine. And then come hug knees to chest and relax. Gently rocking side to side. Good. So we're just going to rock a few times, rock it up to have a seat. Extend that right leg out. We're going to bring the left foot to the inner thigh, or if you like to practice half lotus, you can take that foot up into the crease of the leg. I'm going to keep mine right here on my inner thigh today. So sit it up and exhale, fold forward. Just some nice long deep breaths as we start to really stretch it out. Hold these poses just a little bit longer. And then bring it back up. We're going to lift that knee up. Right arm's going to reach up, and we're going to do a seated twist, taking that elbow outside of the knee. Just be sure you sit up nice and tall, and if you'd rather just hold on, wrapping the hand around, that's fine as well. So we're going to untwist and switch sides so that left leg extends out, right foot to the inner thigh, sit it up tall. Exhale right over that leg. Let's come up, lift that knee up, sit it up tall, reach that left arm up and twist, elbow outside of that knee. So facing the front, extending both legs, reach it up and exhale over. So you're trying to lengthen out of your low back as much as you can, keeping those quadriceps engaged to safely stretch the back of the leg, the hamstrings. And now we're going to slowly start to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Scooping those belly muscles in. Good. Bring your knees to your chest. And now we're going to plant the feet on the floor. Those knees are right over the ankles, arms at your sides. Let's lift our hips up into a bridge pose, bringing the shoulders together and down your back. Adding the interlace underneath you. And then separating the hands and the hips come back to the mat. Let's move into a stretch for our hips. So we'll do a figure 4 stretch today, crossing that right ankle. Be sure to flex the foot. Place it right above the left knee. And then you can reach through the legs, either holding on here to the back of the thigh or up onto the shin. Just try to keep the shoulders down on the mat and relax. Nice stretch here for that right hip. Let's release the hands. We're going to do the same stretch on the other side, flexing the left foot above that right knee and come into your stretch. Now we're going to take our feet to just the edges of your mat. Your knees are still bent. Let's interlace our hands behind the head and then just start to drop the knees over to the right, both knees over to the right, lifting up and going to the left. So just a gentle twist. And a nice stretch here for the side body. Good. One more time on each side, just loosening it all up. And then let's bring the feet together. Hands are going to just rest on your midsection. Let's come into a reclining butterfly pose. Knees drop open, closing your eyes. And then when you're ready, we're going to go into Savasana, our final resting pose. Probably the most important pose of your class and even of your day. Just arms resting at your sides with the palms up. Just let your normal breath return. Try to soften every muscle in the body. And most importantly, trying to keep our minds right here in this present moment. Not worrying about what comes next in your day or thinking about the past. Just take just a few moments here for complete relaxation and quiet. Take a nice big awakening breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Let's move the fingers and toes. And then bending the knees, rolling over onto your right side. Pausing, setting your intention for your day. And then help yourself up to have a seat on your mat. Let's reach our arms up, hands to heart center, and from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for class. Have a blessed day, and hopefully you'll join me again soon.